You call yourself a man? You know you're a lying, low-life, motherfucking gambling degenerate prick. You know that's what you are?
Well, hello you degenerate fucks, and welcome to The Degenerate Gambler. It's Thursday the 15th of February, just back on our episode. I'll have a quick look over last week's bets, give you some stats, and give you two bets for the weekend. So last week, look, I didn't get a bet up last week. I'll get on to that in a minute, but I did manage to get a bet up on Tuesday night of £99. Or just under £199.42, so you know, pretty good. Happy days. Gets February off and running with a winner. On last week's bet, if anybody listened to the podcast last week, I did a quad, but I also gave out Portsmouth and said, you know, if you want to swap a team out, you know, if you want to swap one of the teams out for Portsmouth, I was sort of saying Stenhousemuir maybe because you don't get early payout in the lower Scottish leagues. And that was the two teams I was choosing from, was Stenhousemuir or Portsmouth. I went basically with form. Stenhousemuir, you know, something like 15 points clear, in good form, playing against the team, you know, mid-table who have poor home form. Portsmouth had a wee bit of a dodgy spell recently, so that's why I didn't pick them. And obviously what happened was that Portsmouth won 1-0, and Stenhousemuir, after winning 1-0, ended up drawing one each. But I did get some, you know, in that bet, like Spurs were drawn until the last minute, MK Dons were drawn until the last minute, so, you know, got a bit of good luck, but just not where I needed it. So anyway, I'll look at those bets. So as I say, I had Spurs, they won, Leicester won, MK Dons won, Stenhousemuir drew one each. And I say that the Spur team was Portsmouth. In the goals bet, Wolves, Brentford over 2 was 2-0. It was a disallowed goal for Wolves. Fulham Bournemouth was up. Carlisle Portsmouth over 2 was not up, it was 1-0. Grimsby Stockport was up, and Sunderland Plymouth, both the score was up. So 3 out of 5 there. In the evening bet was pretty terrible. Only Forest over 2.5 was up. Bayern Munich boom was beat, Real Madrid both the score beat, Cluj both the score beat, and AZ Alkmaar where over 2.5 was beat. Where I was unlucky was I did a double for a fiver of PSG plus both to score on Young Boys plus both to score. It was paying like just under 70 quid for a fiver double. But PSG that was up, and Young Boys, having led 3 times in the game, were 3-2 up, and Dugano scored. Then it was disallowed for VAR, and then they had a penalty shortly after. So I probably should have cashed out. I think Trojan on Twitter or X had contacted me saying he was taking it. I was letting it sweat, so that cost me. But look, it is what it is. Sunday's bets, you know, had a couple of close calls. So Coventry to win, that was up. Rennes drew, Ajax were beat, Antwerp win, and Celta Vigo over 1.5 was up. The closest it came was I had Arsenal, Stuttgart, Hearts, and Steaua Bucharest all won, and Brest drew one each. Had been leaning 1-0, so that was unlucky. And the Arsenal bet builder, I did only had 3 of the 6 up, so it wasn't great either. When I say I did get that £99 on Tuesday, which, you know, covers February's losses on maybe a bit more. So let's look at the stats, and it was actually a good weekend stats. So I'm a bit disappointed that I didn't get a bet up, but obviously I don't go right into the Scottish leagues for stats, and that's, you know, the Scottish team let me down. If I had stayed in England, there was probably a good chance I would have got the. Well, obviously if I picked Portsmouth, I would have got the bet up, but yeah, there was a lot of favourites, so I'll get into that now. So the games this week were Premier League 10, Championship League 1 and League 2, all 12. The National League had 8, National League North had 7, and the National League South had 8. So keep that in mind when I'm giving you the numbers. So in the Premier League, there was 7 favourites, no draws, and 3 outsiders. Championship, 7 favourites, 2 draws, 3 outsiders. League 1, 4 draws. Why do I say that all the time? 4 favourites, 4 draws, 4 outsiders. League 2, 8 favourites, 1 draw, 3 outsiders. National League, 5 favourites, 2 draws, 1 outsider. National League North, 4 favourites, 1 draw, 2 outsiders. And in the National League South, 7 favourites, 1 draw, no outsider. So when you look through that league there's literally no league that is under 50%. League One only has 4 out of 12. But every other league has over 50%, which is, pretty good. So, look at the numbers there. Premier League 7, you can't expect that. Some of them are unbackable, or, 1 to 6 and 1 to 5. But the Championship having 7, being a very competitive league, we know what the results are like. League 1 having 8. National League South having 7 out of the 8. Those are big numbers. Even the National League 5 out of the 8 is a pretty big number. So yeah, 60%. So in total that was 42 favourites, 11 draws and 16 outsiders, which is 60%. Pretty big numbers. Going into the overs on both the score, very, very similar as far as percentage ways. So Premier League 8 over 2 nat and 7 both to score 3 nat. Championship 9 over 3 nat, 8 both to score 4 nat. League 1 6 and 6, so 6 over 6 nat. 9 were both to score though, and only 3 nat. League 2 6 over 6 nat, 5 both to score and 7 nat. National League 5 over 3 nat, and then the same again, 5 both to score 3 nat. National League North 3 over 4 nat, and only 1 was both to score and 6 weren't. National League South is all the 4s against them all, so it was 4 games over 2.5, 4 nat, 4 games both to score, 4 nat. So in total for the overs, 59% of games were over, 41 out of 69, 28 games weren't. And in the both to score, 39 games yes and 30 games no, which was 56%. So pretty high numbers, That's decent. So I'm sure there was lots of people out there that got bets up at the weekend. Now I'll just run you through my bets for tomorrow. For Saturday. I'm thinking it's Friday. Right, so I'll run you through for the main bet, and then I'll come back for my reasons at the end. So Norwich at home to Cardiff for 10 to 11. Leighton Orient at home to Burton, 8 to 15. Stockport away to Walsall, evens. Mansfield away to Tranmere, 4 to 5. Chesterfield away to Bromley, 5 to 6. So in total this week's bet, 18 to 1. So I've went for the big 18 to 1. You could remove basically any team from that bet, and you will still get around 10 to 1. Around 9, 10 to 1. So if there's a team out of that you don't fancy, you can remove any one of those teams, and you'll still get anywhere from between 9 to 1 and 10 to 1. So yeah, it's up to yourselves what you want to do. But I'm going for the big bucks this week. As I say, it's 18 to 1. It pays 190. And again, my computer has just frozen. You motherfucker. We're back. Right, let's see here. So first game, Norwich. Nope, we're froze. Yep. I really need to get a new computer. There's one sitting for me waiting. I just haven't been able to pick it up yet. Right. Do you know what? This may be gone. I might not be able to do this. So I'll go through the overs bet. What's a bit of both? Oh, I'm working here. Oh, I'm froze again. Jesus fuck. Right, stop. Right, there we go. Right, Norwich, let's see if this loads. Come on, Flashcore, you cunt. Right, it's loading, but it's taking ages. Right, fuck it, I'm going to go through the overs from the goals bet anyway, and I'll come back to this. Maybe it'll just kick in the place here. So, first game, Forest vs West Ham, over 2.5, 17 to 20. Wickham vs Oxford, over 2.5, 19 to 20. Huddersfield v Hull, both to score, 4 to 5. Bristol Rovers v Northampton, Is that overs or about to score? I have not wrote that down. I'll give you that in 2 seconds. Hold on, I've got it here. Let's see. So, what I mean on Huddersfield was both to score, yes. Bristol Rovers versus Northampton. Is both to score, 3-4. And then Crewe versus Harrogate, both to score, is 4-6. So that's 2 overs, and the rest all both to score. So that's the bet. In total, that pays just under 18-1, so it's actually 17.9-1. So we'll call it 18-1, which is decent. Right, let's go. So I'll run through that again because I fucked up there. So Forest West Ham over 2s, Wycombe Oxford over 2s, Huddersfield and Hull both to score, Bristol Rovers and Northampton both to score, Crewe Harrogate both to score. Right, going back to the main bet. So Norwich currently 7th in the league, playing Cardiff, who are 14th. In form, Norwich are in decent form, 10 points. Cardiff only 3. Recent home form. So Norwich have 3 wins in a row at home, and then 2 draws before that. Cardiff away from home. They've got a couple of wins, but 3 defeats also. Next, Leyton Orient. And Leyton Orient at home to Burton. Yep. So currently in the table, Leyton Orient, pretty good home record. Leyton Orient, before this comes up, if I remember correctly. So they're currently 8th. Burton down in 18th. Recent form, they've got 10 points. Burton decent, 7 points. Let's go into recent home form. So yeah, out of the last 5 games at home, they've 4 wins and a draw. And that includes beating Bolton at home, Northampton, teams that are doing Charlton, teams that are doing okay. Burton away, 1 win, which was in their last game against Bristol Rovers. Before that, a draw and 3 defeats. Next we go into League 2, and that is Stockport away to Tranmere. Stockport currently, as we know, top of the league. And Tranmere, they've had wee runs this season. They're not in terrible form. But Stockport, a point clear above Mansfield. Tranmere down at 18th. Recent form, Stockport 10 points, Tranmere only 4. Recent home and away form. So Tranmere have, in the last 3, they lost, drew, then lost. They won the 2 before that. And Stockport had a wee dodgy patch there. So 5 games ago, they drew, but they win the last 2 away. So they seem to have got back to winning ways. Then the other team I just mentioned there, who are beside Stockport in the league, and that's Mansfield. They are away to Walsall. As I said, they're currently sitting 2nd in the league, and they had a bit of a blip there as well. A couple of draws and defeats in the sort of last 6 or 7 games, but as I say, they're currently 2nd in the table. Walsall 16th, and in form they have 10 points from the possible 15. Walsall have 3. So, and we go into recent home and away form. Walsall at home. So they had got 3 wins in a row at home, but then they drew and lost the last 2. Mansfield away again, I did say they had a blip, but they win 3 out of 5 away from home. But the overall form was what I was looking at as well. So Walsall haven't won a game in the last 5, 3 draws and 2 defeats, whereas Mansfield have won their last 3 across home and away, and have been, if I remember correctly, let me see the away form for the season. I'm nearly sure they've got more points away from home than they have at home. Yeah. So in 16 games away from home, they've 8 wins, 6 draws, and only 2 defeats. The best away record in that league. So, yeah, let me see the home record. So they've got 30 points away from home. Let's see. This decides to freeze again. Stop fucking with me. Yeah, load spin, you fucking cunt. It's not responding. Fucked. Right, let's see if we can move on to Chesterfield. Look, Chesterfield, as we know, running away with the conference. playing Bromley, who I think, obviously I can't look at this because my computer's died. I think Romford or Bromley. I think Romford. Fuck me. Right, let me see here. I'll track this on my phone. It doesn't even want to work. No. Let's see. Let's see. National League. So yeah, Chesterfield on 81 points. Bromley are actually second, right? They're on 58 points, but Chesterfield on 81 points, so they run away with it. Which is why you're getting Chesterfield at 5-6. You know, if they were playing any other team recently, they've been 1-3. But when you go into form, Chesterfield 13 points. Bromley only 3 points in the last 5 games. Away from home, Chesterfield best away record in the league. Bromley do have a good home record, but like I said, at the minute, only 3 points from a possible 15. Let me look at this. So in their last home games, they've got 2 wins, 2 draws, and a defeat. Chesterfield won their last 2 away. They did lose 3 before that, but they have been, on a blip. But Bromley in total, last 5, only 1 win. And Chesterfield 4 wins and a draw in the last 5. So that's the sort of thing. And you're never getting Chesterfield at 5-6 ever again the rest of the season. It's just because they're away from home to the team who's sitting second. But at this moment in time, the team who's sitting second have only got 3 points from a possible 15. So could be a good time to play them. So yeah, look, that's the bets. I'll have a quick look at next week. No way. Oh, sorry, I thought that paused there. Jesus Christ. Yeah, next week, let's see. So there's a Premier League game on Tuesday, which is City versus Brentford. There's 4 Championship games, 3 games in League 1. There's 4 games in League 2, 12 National League, 12 National League North, and 11 National League South. There's an EFL Trophy game and 2 Champions League games. The Champions League games next week are Inter versus Atletico and PSV versus Dortmund. Now, obviously, it's very early, but at the minute, Dortmund are 2-1, which I think is a huge price for Dortmund playing PSV. Do you know what I mean? Dutch team, okay, they're doing okay in the league, but Dortmund have been on a decent run recently. Inter Milan versus Atletico. Inter Milan are 4-5, which I think is very short. Atletico, good side, especially in the Champions League, they're a tough side to score against. 4-5 to me is not a great price. Then on Wednesday, there's another Premier League game, which is Liverpool v Luton. EFL Trophy game. There's a Conference League game on Wednesday. 2 Conference League games. And then there's also 2 Champions League games. The 2 Champions League games are Porto versus Arsenal and Napoli versus Barca. Prices aren't great on them. But maybe even be worth a bet builder or something on Wednesday because there's not obviously a lot on. You could maybe do one of those sort of many bet builder multis where you use the Liverpool, the Porto, and the Napoli games to build sort of a bet. Then on Thursday we're 8 Europa and 7 Europa Conference. That can't be right then. That can't be 2 on the night before. Anyway, there's Europa Conference on Wednesday. But on Thursday, it's the main body of the fixtures. Yeah, so, look, that's it for this week. Hopefully, keep February going, get another winner over the weekend here, and I'll be a happy man. But all that leaves me to say is good luck. If you are doing a bet, good luck and happy punting.
Here, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, thanks. Let me find out you fucked up. I'll leave you wherever I find you.